Advanced Year Chemist, I've just finished my weekly workshop on transition metal complexes and thought we could go through this question together for those of you that missed it. So we're going to name this complex, and the reason we're going to name this complex is because there's one thing involved in naming this complex that people forget all the time. Well, not all the time, but a lot of the time. So when we're naming the complex, we start off by naming the ligands. This ligand CN is called a cyanido once it's in a complex. We need to then state how many of them there are. There are 4, so we use the prefix tetra. So in terms of naming the ligands, we've got tetracyanido to start off with. Easy so far. Okay. One thing as well you might be unsure of is that it used to be that this ligand was called cyano, but they changed the naming rules a few years ago. This also affects like chloride as a ligand. That used to be chloro, but it's now chlorido. So just make sure you have the most recent up-to-date ligand names. So we've got tetracyanido, and then we have nickel as our metal. However, the overall complex has a negative charge, which means we need to change the name of the metal to end in 8. So it would be nickel 8. Okay, now this bit is the bit that people forget. So always double check the overall charge of your complex, because if it's overall negative, you need to change the name of the metal to the 8 ending version. The last thing we need to put in the name then, which again is another bit people often forget, is the oxidation state. So this is the way I work out the oxidation state of the metal. I think about what the charge of the ligand is. So the cyanido ligand has a 1 negative charge, which means if there's 4 of them, that would total to 4 negative, which then means the nickel would end up as 4 positive. However, we have this overall charge here, so we need to add that on. So if we do 4 positive plus 2 negative, it's essentially like taking away 2. So 4 minus 2 would give you 2 positive, which means that is the oxidation state of the nickel. So it would be nickel 8, 2. Okay, and there you have it. Easy as that. So next time you're naming your transition metal complexes, don't forget the new names of the ligands. Don't forget your oxidation state in Roman numerals, and don't forget if the overall complex is negative, your metal name needs to end in 8.